go, walking out for the first opportunity with the crossbow here in Minnesota this year. Carrying everything on my back. Got some netting, bolts, snacks, obviously. But yeah, the weather has finally cooled down a little bit out here, so we'll see if we can shake something loose today. But stay tuned. Alright, so here we are set up. I can see about 80 yards in front of me, about 200 off to my right, and about 1,000 yards off to my left. Sitting on the edge of a game trail, about 20 yards away. Shoved my tent kind of right up on the edge of the trees here, so I don't know what we'll see today. I've never been out in this area before, but looks like there's activity, so we'll sit for a few hours here and see what may or may not happen. So you'll get an update, win, lose, or draw, but yeah, we're hiding, waiting. Here we go, walking out for day two. Day one unsuccessful. Got set up in the little blind. Actually, I didn't tell everybody this, but I brought my little Ameristep doghouse. Super thankful I had that out there because it was sleeting most of the day. Kind of unfortunate. One other truck here in the lot. So, you know, I've got about 7,500 acres and we two of us out here. Random, if anyone's out there, like, be nice to know where this other guy was so I don't step on him or screw up his day. So kind of the drawbacks of public hunting. Yesterday I had one guy walk by, he was maybe a quarter mile away, so didn't lose any sleep over that. But yeah, so the weather changed. It's sunny today, warmer, and yeah, so again, packing everything in, blind, jacket, snacks, calls, scent killer. And yeah, so getting out early afternoon. It won't matter by the time any of you see this because it'll be long gone. But anyway, we'll keep you updated and fingers crossed today's better. Okay, here we go. We're set up on day two. Walked in another half mile. So I spotted this on the map while I was sitting there yesterday at the edge of the field. And in front of me there's a little marsh with water. Again, the river's not far from where we're at here. But I think there's a little bit better experiment today. So again, some of this is scouting. This preserve you can't get onto until it's go time. Plus time, I have a ton of that, so we'll see what happens here. I'll show you what's on the other side. I'm gonna have to flip this, but yeah, 1 second. So here's kind of that little marshy area, and as I walked in, there's a pile of trails coming into it, and also some bedding areas, so it looks like this is frequented. As I look off to this other side over here, there's some big trails coming in and out of that. And then you can see this opens up really big out here. So the closed off side is up against some trees, so we're tucked in. But the river's down there. It's a ways out there though. And then off kind of over here. So again, super small outcropping we're attached to. And one of the drawbacks I don't love about the outcropping is it seems to not be breaking the wind the way I would hope, so the blind is moving more than I would care for. So hopefully as things start to get dark in the afternoon here, that wind settles down a little bit. But again, we'll see, right? Also real curious to see if we can get some geese or something to land out in these fields. Might be something decent to go come back in a couple of weeks and set up in the fields with that. So again, scouting, checking it out, but definitely loaded up with the crossbow again today. So we'll see. It's about 30 yards to the other edge of that little marsh. I didn't range it yet, but I'm gonna guess the other end of this field is probably a half mile, and then back that way, I know I checked on the map, that's about another 3/4 of a mile. So wasn't super ambitious to walk all the way down there, and also didn't want to drag anything out that far. That's the other thing as we think about the heat and just what it took to get out here. I don't want to drag anything big back. Crossed about 30 yards of pretty thick stuff to get into here too, so no other clever way. But anyway, stay tuned. This is going to turn into a one long episode, but deal with it. So, quick update on the crossbow hunting extravaganza this weekend. So 2 sits, saw exactly 0 deer during time. Almost hit a couple on my way home, so that was cool. Not a lot of birds flying. It was pretty quiet. Like overall, I don't know if it was the rain and the weather, if it's the season, but super quiet. The rut doesn't seem to have started in Minnesota. I still think we're 2 weeks out from that. So no scrapes, nothing obvious where you're going, wow, it's on. So yeah, probably could have done a little more walking, a little more stalking instead of sitting and waiting. But yeah, no awesome hooray, we've got a critter in the truck kind of a moment here. So if you watch the previous 2.5 minutes of this surprise, we're still there, but that's why it's hunting and not shooting. Still awesome. I'm gonna throw a picture of the sunset walking out, right? Like I could think of worse places to be and worse things to do, but yeah, no success yet at the Sherburne Wildlife Management area. So yeah, we'll be back out. I think I'll be back out in 2 weeks. Got some work trips. I'm actually here in Stone Mountain, Georgia, at a conference for the next few days. But yeah, trying to get back out soon, and then next week I'll be off to Texas to do some long-range shooting and some other redneck shenanigans. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll send some updates from there. But yeah, thanks for sticking with us. Justin from the Tech Next. Later.